America is by far not a perfect place and maybe not a perfect democracy when it comes to racial relations, but we just have to realize how far we have come. I'm standing in the African American exhibit here at Harpers Ferry. So I'll just quickly go through the points. First, we start off with property. Slaves were human property protected by the United States Constitution. So they could have insurance, masters could have insurance on their slaves, they could just sell them, slaves couldn't own other property because they were property, and there was a law preventing property from owning property. Then next we go towards half free. Some masters allowed their slaves to work outside of their time when they weren't working for masters and work for their own money. And if they earned enough money, they could possibly buy their freedom. So we came to a point where it was a half free black population and half of the blacks were enslaved. Next, we come to choices that the African Americans had to face. Slave and free African Americans, they could seek to better themselves within the established racial system that they had in the area, or they could risk personal security and family life by resisting the system. So they had to make choices like, okay, if you were a enslaved African American, or if you were a free African American, you could try to go against the racial system, or you can just go along with it. So next we go towards freedom. After John Brown's attempt for insurrection and many other catalysts.
Yes, sir. They shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore. Preach, preacher, for God shall wipe away. Yes, sir. Every tear.
And with freedom, next, of course, that wasn't it. Oh, we're free, that's it. No. Next, it was struggles. What you see behind me, right here. African Americans faced many struggles after they were freed because it was still a very racist society. It was a racial system put in place. So they faced many struggles. Emancipation began a new process of struggle. Through these struggles, African Americans, oftentimes what they did was they organized to form groups like the Niagara movement and up here you see the NAACP. They formed groups like that to organize, to build together, to get over the struggle. Afterwards, after being free, they realized that education is key. So next behind us, we have learning. Here at Harpers Ferry, they realized how important learning was, and they were able to build Storer College. And a lot of significant leaders, a lot of African American leaders came out of Storer College. And after that, so we've been educated, we've grown, we've faced the struggles, and now we're into more of present day. We're more into the 21st century, and so we have Heritage Days, where it will be different days representing and celebrating the African American existence and triumph here in America. So that was just a really brief sum up. I've been in here for I don't know how long. I just got totally engulfed in the information that was in here. So that was just a really brief recap of where we started off and where we are now, celebrating. We still have work to do, but I'm thankful for how far we have come.